welcome back to another Getting to Know the Artist. I am Wiggles, your host, and we are sitting here with gallowsaint, and we're gonna get to know this dude. Matrix, what is up, homie? Nice to see you again. Nice to see you in the chat. Nice to see you putting out music. That new song, pretty tight. Nice of you to remind the homie.
Yeah.
you know. Um, For those of you watching on the replay, thank you very much. I hope we can keep your attention for a little bit, and if not, just skip the interview and just start listening to the dude's music. Look him up. But this is for the fans that really want to get to know somebody, know him on a more personal level that maybe they wouldn't get to attend his concert or any VIPs because they're a slum bum like me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. At any rate, check him out. So, and hit the like button if you're watching it on the replay. And if you're watching it right now, go ahead and smash that like button because it's a small gesture from you, but a big favor to me and the YouTube algorithm. It sends it out, it pushes it, it tells more people to come check it out. So, hopefully, we get some people in here hanging out with us. But without further ado, we are gonna just jump right on into these questions and
Mhm.
get to know this man a little bit better. So we're gonna start with question number one. What is sorry, excuse me. What is your name? Where was you born and raised, and where do you currently live now?
My name is Gallo Saint. I was born and raised in West Virginia, and I still reside in West Virginia.
Just no like want to leave or no means or you just like the area?
I like the area, man. I mean, like West Virginia. I mean, if you like a place where people don't get all up in your shit, West Virginia, people
So
will mind their business.
I've heard it's pretty, but like the music scene ain't so great there. Like there ain't a whole lot going on. Like I know King Wicked, he lives over there in that area anyhow, and he said like really the music, the underground anyhow for like our culture maybe ain't as big as like over here in Midwest, like Ohio, Indiana, and
Yeah,
so on and such.
yeah. In West Virginia, I mean, like there's a music scene, but it's like a country music scene and stuff like
Ah,
that. So, like, I mean, it's either metal or it's like country hip hop. If you come down here and try to do like a hip hop show or something, and like you hit up a venue and be like, "Hey, we want to throw a show at your venue," like, yeah, last time we had a hip hop artist here, it went south, so we're not doing
ah.
it anymore. So yeah,
Man,
not a lot of love down here, but yeah, like over in Ohio and everything, there's tons of love, you know.
right.
But yeah, West
All
Virginia's music
right.
scene is not very pronounced.
All right, fair enough. Question number two. Are you a juggalo? How long have you been down? If so, and do you consider yourself a juggalo rapper? Because some people don't like being put in that box.
See, I wouldn't consider myself a juggalo rapper. I mean, I mean, I am a juggalo. Been down since fucking, little kid. I mean, like I grew up around it, like fucking been in it. But I
Right.
wouldn't consider myself like a juggalo rapper. But definitely do show love to the juggalo community whenever I can.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
yeah, me and Natrix made a song called Scrubs. And it's a fucking juggalo song.
Yeah,
We're
yeah, it's
talking
pretty
about.
dope.
But no, I mean, like I would say I'm just trying to get into like my own wave because like I definitely do like horrorcore. That's like a given. But
Right.
I'm kind of like getting to like my own kind of like subgenre of like Appalachian horrorcore type of shit. So
Okay.
something new
Fair.
or a little bit fresh.
Yeah, yeah. Um, question number three. What inspired you to start making music?
So my homie's Zombie Cole. So like I never really thought that like I would ever be like doing like music, but like I came on to their team to like, help just be like a social media guy, videographer, photographer, go around with them. But I was sitting there one day and I was just like, man, they're dope rappers and it looks really fun to do. And like, you can express yourself and everything. It's like, why don't I try it? And I tried it and I was like, man, this shit's fun. I fucking love this. So it's been spiraling from there. I was like, man, I fucking love this. And like, it's a great way to just like express yourself and just like do what you want.
So then, how long have you been making music?
Not even a full year yet.
All right. I mean, you put out some songs though, so I mean, you seem to enjoy it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Who do you look up to in the music industry, rather current or past and underground or mainstream?
There's a lot. There's definitely a lot. Uh, so I mean, like, I'm a big fan of this guy named Bones. I really like him. Like, he's definitely an inspiration
Stop.
behind my music and
Sorry,
stuff.
my cat.
Um, Zombie Cult's a big, I look up to them too because they're my fucking homies, and like they were one reason I even started to even do this. Um, Definitely like right now, I'm really fucking with like Darby O'Trill and stuff right now. Really fucking with them, but as far as like
Darby's dope.
inspiration, oh yeah, he fucking is. Inspiration wise though, like Bones is a big one. Bones is a big one.
I'm not sure I know that name, Bones, and they're an underground artist.
Yeah, they're like they kind of like pioneered like the like I don't know how to explain like the Suicide Boys stuff. Like so Bones was like he's just this one independent artist. He's part of this collective like called Team Sesh. But he's really dope. And like
Okay.
you gotta admire the man's hustle, man. Like he drops like albums. Like within like 1 year, he'll probably drop like 4 to 5 albums. Like
Dang.
just
He's
one
putting in
year.
work, huh?
Yeah, and every single song, I'm just like, man, this shit's dope. Like, just love the sound and everything. But
Okay. Well, I might have to look him up. Uh, let's see here. Who do you look up to? So, um, are there any current projects in the works for you, or what's next? Any tours or shows, or you working on any singles or CD or?
there's a lot of stuff in the works right now. I'm working on a project with somebody, but it's kind of like hush hush right now. We haven't really said anything about it yet. Uh, Tour, probably, yeah, we're working on that right now too. This like the whole Sins Funhouse Collective, which is like the collective I'm a part of with like Zombie Cult and Natrix. Yeah, we're working on well, but we're gonna call it the Circuit of Sin 2025.
Okay.
Um, that's something that we're working on right now. It's gonna be literally a circuit, around like a few states. But yeah, that's something we're trying to book right now. Then as far as like singles, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been constant, just working on stuff
Always trying to make
always.
something, yeah.
Always.
Natrix, whoop whoop, Sledge, whoop whoop.
Whoop
Welcome
whoop.
in. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the silent viewers too. Don't be afraid to come join us in the chat. All you gotta do is click on the little live chat thing below the video that you're watching. Um, okay. What's your favorite song that you have made so far?
That's a hard one. Uh, I really like Minty, the one like when I just dropped. It's just like a straight just horrorcore song, like a included like a skit in it and everything. But Bathing in Razor Blade to do with Natrix, like I've been bumping that a lot, a lot lately.
Yeah.
I just like the way that we like rode that song. But yeah,
Okay.
between a Minty and Bathing in Razor Blades right now.
All right. Fair. Uh, real. I need to stop. And is not proper etiquette. Anyhow, I'm sorry. Realistically, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, what's your 5 year plan from here?
5 year plan. That's a good question. Uh, I see myself still doing music. Still, I still see myself doing it because I love it. Like the goal is to, just follow this, see where it takes me. Like I want to just, I feel like I'm like putting together like a puzzle, and I want to see it finished. But it's a big ass puzzle. So in 5 years, I see myself still doing this and still putting together that puzzle and making like a beautiful like fucking picture. But
Now, are you guys all on a label, or are you individual, like independents, just working together like a bunch of homies? Would there be a goal of in 5 years to be signed to somebody, or are you technically signed, or anything there?
so since Funhouse is the label, that's like what we're signed on to. But like it's definitely like a homies collective. Like
Okay.
yeah, but I mean it is a label.
Well, I like to ask that with the 5 year question, like, would you like to be signed to somebody or whatever? But I'm starting to like, talk to artists that are proudly already signed to their own little, private label, and usually that's the answer. I want to see me and my label succeed, and that's dope. I try to dig a little bit, pick your brain a little.
Yeah, I want, I think like I could speak for all of us on this. We want Sin's Funhouse to be like on the same level as like strange music or like fucking
Right,
like psychopathic, like we want it up there. We want to build this. Like we want to build like
right,
our own like, empire. That's what we want. We want to make names for ourselves and, have a legacy behind us.
right. So, if not music, then what would you be doing? Do you think you would still be doing something in the music industry, or would you just be working a 9 to 5, or do you have a different hobby or talent that somebody don't know about, or
Uh I don't really do shit. So like,
yeah?
I
Well, how about
mean,
this? You're different. You've only been in the music thing for like a year now. So, like, what was you doing before? Just
uh,
hanging out? You said you were, I think I asked you this before we went live. I don't know. Maybe not. You just might have answered it. I've smoked today. So, my point is, like you said, you wasn't always doing music. At first, you was,
yeah,
what, like their cameraman, hype man? You were just there along for the ride, or?
yeah, I was like doing like social media and like filming for them, taking pictures, doing like graphic design, which is still something I like to do too, is like graphic design. That's like one big thing I like to do, especially now. Like I love making like cover arts and like just flyers and all that shit. I find that so like if music don't work out, I would
Right,
probably pursue like graphic design or something because I love doing that shit. Like create, I just like to create, and graphic design's like the next thing I like. So
yeah,
I'll definitely
yeah.
try to pursue that probably.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Um, let's see. What did you want to be as a kid? Was it a singer or a graphic designer or maybe a firefighter or paleontologist?
Fuck, as a kid, I wanted to be like a metal vocalist. Like I wanted to do
Oh
like
yeah.
metal, but I never did it. That's something that I'm trying to work on right now is trying to get some like, some vocals going
Some
on and shit like that.
throat
Yeah.
exercises. Oh.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah,
hurts though, bro. It hurts.
yeah, yeah. Crazy.
But yeah,
All right, that's interesting. You wanted to be a metal singer as a kid. Believe it or not, I wanted to be a cop for a short period of time, and then
I mean,
that changed. uh, okay. Have you played the Gathering of the Juggalos and or been to the Gathering? And if so, how many times?
Never played, and I've never been to the gathering. That was a dream. Whenever I was a kid, I was like, man, I want to go to the gathering of the Juggalos. But like as I've gotten older and stuff, it just like never happened. It never happened. But we're gonna try for 2025 to get on the gathering this year, and we're gonna try our best to get on there. That's the goal because I do want to go.
Yeah.
And this one seems like it's going to be a big one. The gathering of the legends. That
Right.
looks dope.
They're pushing to have way more people because they gave it to us the date a year ahead. They
Yeah.
never, yeah, like they want people to turn up and show out.
Oh yeah, they want people hyped up for this one, and I get it. I mean, if it seems like it's going to be pretty dope. Gathering of the legends, like that's crazy sounding. I want to be a part of it. I want to go just to see like who they're going to bring out and like like all that shit.
Right. Do you have music videos?
I got a couple. I got one for my song "Void Warranty," which I spelt wrong, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
And then I have another one for my song "Stigmata," which that was like whenever I first started. I didn't really know what the hell I was doing, so like.
Well, I'm here to tell you if you don't know already, Rob likes music videos. So if you really want a shot at going to the gathering, and this is just intel from like knowing people that know people, like he really does. If you ain't got a music video, Rob probably just oversight you. Like he might hear your name and go to look, and if it's just songs, like I don't know, something about Rob. He likes music videos. That's what King Wicked, Cartoon, Thick Chris. These are all people that's played main stage a few times. You know what I'm saying? Like they know.
Yeah, the plan is to get a pretty fucking nice music video out there. In 2025, probably the beginning of 2025, because I just released an EP and everything. I want to make a music video for at least one of the songs on the EP. So I think like my next music video, I'm gonna do some crazy shit, like do some nice shit, something that will stand out, and like definitely submit that. Like
right. I try to tell every artist that has never been there because like I want to see everybody succeed. I mean, if you really put effort and energy, devotion into your craft and talent, and I completely understand that. The goal is hopefully to maybe be able to like live off of it. But if you just don't come off that way, you know what I'm saying? Be humble and don't be a selfish prick. And I hope everybody succeeds. That's an artist or whatever. I love music, I'm a connoisseur of it. So
right, yeah.
Okay. If you could collab with any artist, mainstream or underground, who would it be?
There's a lot. Shit. I mean, obviously.
Maybe just give us the top few.
Bones for sure. That would be dope. I think Hex would be really cool. I think doing like a collab with Hex. I mean, like I see your shirt and everything made me think of I was bumping his music today, and I was just like, Hex would be really cool.
That West Coast wicked shit. I don't know, there's something about him.
Shakewell. I fuck with Shakewell a lot. I think Shakewell would be cool. Shit. Who else? Probably Darby would be cool. Darby at Chill would be cool.
Darby really stepped up his damn game with that Garden album.
He did.
That shit was dope. Like I put it above Anamoya, and I am like a Ouija nut rider, but I put his Garden above Anamoya.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good fucking album. It is, but yeah, I mean there's definitely a few. I mean, like definitely a few, but like top. Definitely Bones. Gotta be Bones. I love Bones.
Fair enough. Okay, so then have you ever met anyone famous to you? And I like to answer this with I met Polly Shore. This year at the gathering I finally got to meet the clowns and I will forever remember that shit. But being artists and stuff, you're gonna get to where you're interconnected with so many artists. Not to appreciate them, but you're just kind of on the same level with them. So I try to look for a different answer, maybe or whatever. If somebody in fact has one, if not, tell me every artist. Whatever. A few or whatever. Have you met somebody famous, dude? I'm rambling.
Yeah, Cottonmouth Kings. That was cool.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we were actually doing a show on I think it was like 418 with Zombie Cult, and it was over here in West Virginia in Dunbar, and they came to this place called the Shop, Live at the Shop, and yeah,
Right?
did a show with them. Got to hang out with them. It was pretty cool. They're pretty cool guys. But that's definitely like the most like famous person I've ever met. like most
Okay, no,
famous
yeah,
person in
yeah.
Canada, like but that was pretty cool. It was weird because like I'd listen to their music and everything like that, like growing up, and then like here I am just sitting in a room with them. I'm just like,
Yeah, yeah. Like,
like,
whoa.
how you guys
I
doing?
about yeah, I about froze when I met Ouija. I had it all typed in a phone and everything, just in case if I couldn't get it out, so I could just show him like, read this.
Here you go, bro.
Crazy. It was dumb, but I got through it, and then yeah. Uh, let's see here. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color. I like purple, like a dark
Okay,
purple. Fuck with purple, bro. Purple's
I
cool.
dig it. Red's my favorite, but I like purple. It's pretty dope. What's your favorite wild type and domesticated animal?
Wild or and domesticated animal. Okay. Ooh, I fuck with animals, so there's a lot of animals. I fuck with spiders, so
Ooh,
I fuck
damn
with
it, man.
spiders.
Is that your wild type or your domesticated? Do you got a pet tarantula in your
No,
freaking house?
I do not have a pet tarantula, but I
A
fuck with
little
my
jumping spider.
yeah, I fuck with jumping spiders, but like if you ever like look at spiders, there's so many different species and shit like that. Some wild looking shit.
There
Uh
really is.
yeah, like if I'm going to like pick like not a favorite spider, it's going to be between the Stonehenge spider and the ogre face spider. The ogre face spider would make a dope fucking cover art for like an album or something. That thing's wild looking.
I feel like maybe I have seen one, but I'm not sure. I used to like love watching like nature
Oh yeah.
documentaries and stuff like that, Discovery Channel and whatnot, history. So yeah, I love nature. So.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
grew up a fucking nature kid, like bugs, animals. Like, I could go on for hours about animals and shit like that. Like, but
so,
yeah,
so then spider's probably your wild animal. What's your favorite domesticated animal?
domesticated animal.
Yeah, like at home.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep it basic here. Probably just I love dogs, but like
Yep.
I'm keeping it basic, man. If we're talking domesticated animals, it's probably just a dog. Because I mean, like they're fucking loyal as fuck to you. Like I fuck with
Right,
cats
right.
too. I fuck with cats, but a dog, yeah, more my
Yeah,
thing.
I've always been a dog person. I even hated cats for the longest time. And as a kid, I'd done some pretty evil shit to cats. But as I became an old man, I actually kind of like cats too now. And ironically, my favorite wild animal is a white tiger. So
White
hence the
tiger's
cat,
cool.
just way bigger. And then, yeah, dogs, pit bulls specifically.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love pit bulls. Fucking love them.
IP2 in the chat. What up? Whoop, whoop.
Whoop
He's
whoop.
coming to slum it. Boots coming to slum it. I'm late as fuck. All y'all late. And I bet none of y'all hit the like button. Hit it right now. Oh, snap. Gallowsaint and Wiggles. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I'm not even seeing y'all's comments and stuff. But that's okay, because listen, y'all, I'm going to read through some of these. You've already made it to like second page. So all of y'all coming in, you need to hit me with some questions. Give me some questions to ask this man.
Yeah, I'm here for all the questions.
Nature's the Garden album of the year, dude. It's pretty tight. I don't know about of the year. Ouija's about to drop this. Oh my god, cheesy. What the hell is that new album that's about to drop? I can't believe it. It's like A. It starts with an A or something,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling that's gonna smoke some. That thing's every album Weezy has done though, like gets better and better. So like Darby was due for one. He showed that he's got it, but like I feel like this. He's got a song on there. I think it's called Juggalos because of the freaking charm this year and how it was mispronounced or whatever. And there's some other ones. He showed like a picture of the album cover or the song list or whatever on his Instagram. So I don't know. That one's gonna be pretty tight, I'm sure. Maybe not. I'm not the Spiders. We were supposed to party with them the next night as well at that 420 fest, like the 420 blowdown.
Yeah, there was supposed to be like this. So it was supposed to be like a
Temple of Ash. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, like with the Cottonmouth Kings thing. It was supposed to be like we were supposed to be on the show with them in Dunbar on like 418, and then 419 there was the Virginia 420 festival, and they were supposed to be on there, and we were supposed to be there and play alongside, alongside them and everything. But the person that fucking had the festival set up, it was like this day or two before the festival was supposed to happen, and they canceled it via Facebook. No one got any notification. The dude posted on the Facebook, "Oh yeah, the Virginia 420 festival is canceled." And we were just like, "What? Is this like a troll post and shit?" And everybody was freaking the fuck out because there was vendors, fucking multiple like big name artists, like all this shit supposed to be there, and they canceled it the day before via Facebook, and it was like, what?
um, um, so Boots said, "Do you gather?" Which you missed that question. No, Boots, he hasn't gathered yet.
No.
Have you boofed anything?
Uh, been a
Uh,
few years.
young Hollow, when is Gallo gonna let me ditty him?
Hey man, I slept in a hotel with him one time, and I don't know. I woke up and my butt hurt the next day. I don't know what I
Had me face down, ass up. Ooh-wee.
literally.
TZ, love you. Oh, from Dez. Oh, hi, Dez. TZ, you're a superstar. Everybody knows you. Anybody have any questions for him? I'm gonna ask another one, but y'all need to put some questions in the chat because we streamlined through those first bits. Being in the underground scene and being that it's so big, what do you do to try to set yourself, aside or make yourself stand out differently from others?
I try to have a different sound than like a lot of people that you hear in the underground. I try to have a different sound, but it's kind of hard because like it is kind of like a saturated scene, like it is.
Right.
But
I,
I
Go ahead,
mean,
edit.
it's I just post a lot. Like I just try to like keep it consistent, just put my name in front of as many faces as I can, just like every day at least once or twice a day, posting it like a certain time, trying to, get into the algorithm and
Do
everything.
you Do you engage with your? I mean, I don't. I would assume you maybe you're starting to build some fans. I know you said you're only a year in, but like, do you really be engaging with people that like comment on your posts, or I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean, like anytime someone comments or something, I always try to like interact with them in some way. So like whether it's like replying or if it's just like something like that you can't really like reply to, at least give a react to like their comment or something like that.
right?
I always try to interact with people that are interacting with me because I mean, like, I want to show you some love. You're showing me some love. I'm gonna show you some love. The only
Well,
people that
listen,
I don't is hate, like people that hate. Like I don't even fucking acknowledge
right?
it. I don't even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
No, I think that's a brilliant thing, and it kind of sucks. Like people say that whole like, well, if I become famous, I won't change, or money changes people, or whatever. And to a point, you can't progress without changing. But like, how many people really remember who they are? How many people really stay humble? Like that's one thing I do give Ouija credit for. Like he really is like paying attention to our community, the people that like lift him up, he lifts them back up. He really does be like, tagging us and stuff, sharing our tags that we tagged him in on his post, on his Instagram, on, sharing little videos or the tattoos that we get
Right.
for him. Like, I don't know if you do stuff like that, but as a consumer, I appreciate the hell out of that. That makes me feel like the coolest person for a day when I got a tag from Ouija Mac. You know what I'm saying? And not all artists do that. They say they're going to. They say they're gonna stay humble, but the minute they start to get some traction, they're like, "Well, I gotta." And time and place, I think, applies. You obviously got to
Mhm.
focus on you to do what you're doing to keep creating and giving them what they want. But yeah,
Right.
I like humble artists, people that still just remember who they are and whatnot. So
Right. And like that's one thing that like I don't understand with a lot of like bigger artists. It's how they like treat their fan base and like ignore them and stuff. I'm like, these people made you, man.
right,
Like, how are you gonna treat them like shit when they're the ones that made you? Like you wouldn't be anywhere without these people. Like, and I think it's important to show your fans love. Like, I mean, like they're showing you love. Reciprocate that love. I mean, like if you don't, then you're not going to go anywhere. I mean, like you're just going to stagnate, and people ain't going to fuck with you no more. Um,
right,
yeah, that's still never understood people that don't show love to their fan base. Never understood it.
right. Jefferson and not always Ouija had a gather before he started showing mad love. I don't know, Boots. I didn't fuck with him before he gathered, I guess. Like I was hearing him. When Ouija I heard Ouija when the clowns brought him onto that cipher. And from that point I started listening to him and really following him. But I wasn't really like I don't know. I wasn't tagging him. I myself wasn't big on social media yet because I didn't care about it. I had my
Right.
little old Facebook, but it wasn't popping like it is now. Like the same account 7 years ago, none of y'all would have recognized me. I was a fucking ghost. And I was content with it. I was a jug in my own world, staying in my own fucking lane.
Right.
So, yeah. Uh, little tantrum there. At any rate, I don't know if there was any more questions thrown out there. What do you do in your free time?
Well, music is what I do with my free time because like I work at 9 to 5, so and I got a kid and like so like I'm constantly thinking about like the music. That's like my constant thing. Anytime I have some time, it's music. So like even like when I'm at work, I'm like sitting there like writing shit down, and then whenever I get off work, I'm like, all right, I gotta go in there to like record this shit, and like, oh, I gotta mix this shit, and like it's constant like that. But yeah, that's what I do in my free time. It's just music.
You ain't got no other hobbies, tell me? You ain't like I don't know, like doing puzzles or I don't know. I keep fish and got some reptiles and I don't know. I even consider myself almost a gardener. I'm getting old. I got banana trees, the whole pond outside. Like you ain't got no side hobbies. You just all music right now.
Right now, it's all music. Like I just don't have time to like. I mean, this is like what I like to do though. Like I don't want to get it fucked up. Like people thinking like I'm stressing,
Man,
about it or nothing. Like no, I think this is like my fun, like let go time. This is like what I do for enjoyment. Like this is what I do for enjoyment. This is my like hobby. Like
I ain't
people
trying to
are,
steal it
yeah.
from you. I ain't trying to step on your toes. I'm just trying to dig a little. You ain't got another something that makes You ain't got him. It's your show. Um,
Yeah. Uh,
Boots Boots said, "Have you ever painted up before?"
I thought about it. I want to. I do want to, paint my. I want to get painted up. I do like want to do that. I've never done it before, just because I
Yeah.
artistic ability ain't really there. But I do want to try something. I want to see if I
Man,
can come
it
up with
ain't
something.
gotta look good. That's the joy of being a jug. If you
It
haven't
is.
seen half of my shit posted, bro, my shit look dumb. But I'm working on it. I'm coming up with my own original idea, and I've been like trying to switch how I design it and put different colors and not use colors. It's just fun. I like getting painted up and getting on here and making people like freak out, or like on TikTok there's so many people that would just refuse to like battle. So I'll try to initiate it and they'll initially accept it, but then they see my face and they're like, ah, and I'll like click out of it or whatever. It's just jugging, man. It's so much fun.
I plan to. But I definitely plan to. I want to come up with a cool, like paint. I want to come up with a cool design and shit. Like,
Teasy, you may have been known him since Swag Tooth, but I ain't never back searched somebody like I back searched Ouija. I swear I've heard every single one of his fucking songs. I bet I know a feature that you don't know, Teasy. Okay, I just had to get that out of the way. Cop. Um, don't get me wrong, I've been fucking with Ouija since he dropped on the scene. That UFC style cipher when him and Light dropped was when I hit the Ouija scene. Yeah. Every time I listen to Garden, I want to paint my face. That's easy. That's dope. All right. So next question. Uh, what music did your parents listen to, and do you think that at all persuades or like I don't know, inspires how you do music?
uh, a little bit. The dude that my mom was married to at the time, he was like into like fucking like Limp Biscuit and shit like that. So it's like, just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, break your fucking face. I was like, this shit's cool. And then like growing up too, like my like cousins and like my brothers, they were like listening to like ICP and like Twisted and like, and I was sitting there like, oh, this shit goes hard. And it wasn't until like I got a little bit older and like started understanding like what they were talking about and everything. It's like when I really started to get into it. And then like
Right.
my whole like love for like hip hop started with ICP just because like they were really the first like hip hop group that I liked. Because like one of my brothers, they listen to like like regular like hip hop, and it was just like I don't really like this. I liked like metal and stuff, but then I listened to ICP. I was like, this shit's cool. I like this shit. Then like just went from there. But yeah, that was I wouldn't say like my parents per se. I mean like the dude my mom was married to listened to Limp Bizkit and everything kind of inspired it because it was like a mash between like the metal and like the rap.
Right.
And I was like, it's cool.
Now, do your parents like know you make music now, and do they have any thoughts on it? Do they support it?
Yeah, they support it. My mom's like, you're
Okay.
doing such a good job. I'm like, thanks, mom.
Yeah.
Thanks, I
How,
appreciate it.
how about siblings? Do you have any siblings? Do they support your music?
Yeah, all of them do. They all fuck with it. Yeah, no, but nobody in my family really didn't, have anything to say about it. They were like, "Yeah, you do it, man. Follow your dreams." I'm like, I appreciate y'all. Like,
Bro, I think it's your homie. It was Natrix, and Natrix, quote me if I'm wrong, it might have been a different artist, but he said like his brothers like so it depends where the recognition lies. So like if he gets a shout out from like Ouija or the clowns or something, his brother might be like, bro, that's dope. But they ain't really fucking with his music or listening to it, pulling up bumping or something.
right,
So I like to ask that question for that reason. It's cool to see like if people's family members are really like, listening to it, or if they're like, I love you, but it ain't my cup of tea, or they're like, man, you suck. Rather that's the truth or not. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
the matters of opinion. You know.
Yeah, my mom likes it. My mom's my biggest fan. Thanks, Mom.
That's awesome. Uh, okay. If you met the younger version of yourself, say 12 or 13 years old, what would you say to yourself, if anything?
You little fucking prick. Like, yeah.
Just that's what you would say.
Probably, bro. Like, you little asshole. Like,
No motivational or look to the future forte or nothing. Just you're a prick.
little cringy prick. You little shithead.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, nah, my brother a hater for real.
But yeah, the younger me, oh, I mean, he was a fucking little cringy little shithead. So yeah, I wouldn't say anything motivational. Probably like, I don't know, stop being a little dickhead. Probably.
I would have told myself, not her. I don't regret my son, but I spent 7 years of hell with his mom, and that was toxic. I probably wouldn't, but I would say, I don't know what I would say, but that's why I ask you guys to give me some answers so I know what I would tell myself.
It's a good question. It is a good question. That's a really good question.
No, some people really come up here and they say I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't want to alter it. It's just a perspective question. Like some people are like, I would tell that dude, look up. There's brighter times or whatever the case is. It's more of like it's a moment, I guess, to reflect. Kind of like, why do you have to be 12? What would you tell yourself right now to push forward, even in the midst of a hiccup or whatever.
Right.
So.
Right.
Um, at any rate, did the skill come natural or did you have to learn and practice? Some people they born with the natural talent, and other people like want to do that same thing and they practice and they're pretty much equally as good, but they had to work on it maybe a little more.
This is definitely practice because no, I did not. I was definitely not born with what I have now. And like you can see, like I'm still learning, I'm still practicing. Like this isn't like I'm not gonna go out here and say like I'm fucking amazing because I'm not. Like I know I'm not, but like hey, I'm having fun. I'm putting these tracks together, trying different shit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that matters to me. But like you can literally see my progression from what I've went through, starting out to now is because like I only fucking started like not even a year ago. My very first song was this song called Wicked. And if you go listen to that song versus the song that I have out now, then you can see
See
like
a whole
you
difference
can
night or day,
definitely
huh?
see because that was like my very first song, Wicked, was the very first time I ever tried to rap. Very first time I ever tried to rap. I just fucking opened it up and I was like, I'm gonna see if I can do this. And
No shit.
it was just it was just dog water, but it's my first track. So
Yeah, yeah.
got love for it because it's my first.
That's cool. That's awesome. He's the real rap god. Don't let him lie. That's awesome. That's cool too. I love that for you guys. Like y'all that are like in a group together and you're really building each other up and lifting each other up. Some artists don't have that. They really just on that solo whatever. And even if you ain't got a fan, y'all got each other, at the start. So
Oh yeah.
that's pretty dope. That's
100%.
something to be proud of.
Oh yeah, definitely proud of all of us, man. Like I mean, we just continue to grow. I mean, like that's one thing I love about this. Just the progression and growing and like building off of each other. I mean, like I love it. I mean, like like first people I send a track to is them. Like I'm like, what y'all think about this? They're like, shit's cool, bro. like thanks, appreciate it, love y'all.
Boots Gallo definitely has lyricism on lock. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
What? I'm getting to the question, Boots and Atrix. You had your moment. I'm just kidding. Um, we'll get to that after this one. Thank you, sir. Can I ask my question? Okay. What or who inspired, came up with your name, and if you have an individual logo that's recognizable on a hat, on a whatever, no matter what it is, that's defined as Gallo Saint, who came up with that as well?
So the name started out because like whenever I was like 18, 19, I was like, I want to start a clothing brand. And like I came up with this name for like a clothing brand called like Grief Squad. And it was supposed to be like, like an alternative like clothing brand. And I was like, oh well, you know what? I'm gonna start making beats and I'm gonna call myself Gallo Saint. And I was just like, it was like, yeah, and I started making beats and shit. They're they're beats.
Other beats.
But whenever I started rapping and I was sitting there trying to think of a name, I was like, I already have a name. I was just like, I'm gonna go with this because it's like an original name like I came up with, and I thought it fucking sounded cool. Gallows Saint, the Saint of the Gallows. Like I was like, this is pretty cool. But as far as a logo, I came up with the logo. I don't know, like it's like an old English font, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's got like nooses hanging from it, so like represents like the gallows saying, the gallows and shit like
Right,
that.
right.
It's got like barbed wire in between, but I designed that and like put it all together in Photoshop, shit like that. So yeah, I mean everything gallows thing was just me.
All right. That's cool. All right, these guys, the next question is typically what's your favorite movie, but they both were like, what's your favorite horror movie? So definitely tell us a favorite horror movie and then maybe another just whatever regular favorite movie.
Favorite horror movie has to go to the Blair Witch Project. I fucking love the Blair Witch Project.
What? Nobody likes the Blair Witch Project.
I fuck
What?
with the Blair. I fuck with the Blair Witch Project. The original Blair Witch
Was
Project.
you even scared?
A little bit.
You
A
what?
little bit of stuttering.
Nah, nah, maybe.
Not the remake. The remake fucking sucked. But like the original one, like especially with all the backstory behind it, like how they didn't fucking tell the actors in it that were fucking, doing the fucking shit. The director didn't tell them anything that was going on, so they were actually scared and like all that shit. It's cool, and they had like the missing posters and but yeah, fucking love the Blair Witch Project. It's a horror movie, yeah, for sure.
Inserts boogers leaking into camera. Holy shit, the man is cultured. You made a fan today. I was already a fan, but you caught me now.
Appreciate that.
Not so cash, whoop whoop. And then give us a regular movie. Like my favorite movie, if I had to be put on the spot, is Blow with Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, I don't know. That's a hard one. I got a few. I mean, I've really fucked with I Am Legend. I like that movie. I like
Okay,
I Am Legend.
yeah. Isn't there a sequel or a alternative ending to that one? Like you can
Yeah.
see one where the dog lives.
Well, no, the dog doesn't live, but
No, don't he get a cure? There's something like they show more to it. I don't remember. But yeah, I
yeah, there's
can.
a little bit of backstory to it. So there's like a director's cut ending where like they all live and like he got like the cure and shit. It's like the director's cut ending, which was supposed to be the true ending. But for theater releases, they had the ending where they died for theatrical effect, and
Right.
so you would buy the director's cut and see the true ending. But with the true
Right.
ending, they all live, blah blah blah, fucking go off, and I don't know what else happens after that. But
Okay.
Also
This is
fucked
my
with like
boyfriend
the
who
like
was literally saying
1970s version of the Texas Chainsaw
the
Massacre. I
Carissa
fucking
chick.
like that one.
Oh no! Stop it! I'm sorry. I'm doing an interview on my YouTube channel. She's being a rudo, but sorry. Nice to meet you. I guess. Hello.
Let me like get right. Let me real
Oh
quick.
yeah, I'm a Ouija nut sucker. That's for sure. I'll say that on this interview, ain't I, guys? What?
Oh my god, I didn't have a stuff.
Sorry. You guys were just in the presence of some kind of technically. My old lady's doing a drawing for Carissa, and I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she actually got to go VIP with Sarah Russi and Violent J. She's famous for doing like juggalo face paint on TikTok and Instagram. Like she's got like I don't even know, like almost I think like 250,000 followers or something on like she's definitely well known. Like so yeah, at any rate, next question. Uh
I got like three.
when you're not making music yourself, then who do you like what do you listen to?
Well, I do listen to a lot of music, different types of music. Um, Depends on the mood I'm in, for sure. Uh, but I do listen to a lot of like rap. So if we're talking rap, I mean, I do listen to a lot of Bones, Suicide Boys. I like Death Dealers Anonymous a lot. Um, Fucking Machiavelli God. I like. There's just a lot of people. I mean, obviously Darby, Ouija. I mean, like, shit. There's so much. It's hard to even fucking count. To be honest with you, I mean,
No. How about something that's like out of our like normal horrorcore realm or something? Like what's some just like mainstream or just like if you got like a Zen music, like for instance, I'll get down with some reggae. Uh, I'll pretty much I'm a connoisseur. That's what I mean. It's easy for me to say, but I'm not an artist. I'll listen to anything that's not like opera and gospel, and if you catch me on the right day, I might even listen to a little bit of opera. So it just depends or whatever. It's got to have, a good tune or a melody or a beat or just something with the song needs to resonate. And I'll at least listen to it once. It's almost like food. I'll try anything, almost anything once. And yeah, so I
there's
just try to again, pick your brain. You know what I'm
right.
saying? What's a radio artist that you listen to? Mainstream.
I don't really listen to like mainstream like artists,
That's
but if we're
okay though.
talking,
That's okay though. I ain't mad about that. I'm again trying to give a
yeah,
directive.
if we're talking like something outside of the realm of what would be typical of me to say, we'll go a little bit like we'll go a little bit country or something. Like we'll go like fuck, what's his name? One second. I forget his name.
uh, the one person I'm thinking of that comes to mind is
Coulter
like
Wall.
FJ. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Coulter Wall. Fucking. There's not a lot, but like I fuck with some Johnny Cash. Fucking love me some Johnny Cash. Fucking,
Oh, that's interesting. Do you think you would try to incorporate that into your music, or have you tried to like, or is that just like what you like to listen to then? Like, do you think there'll ever be like a, I don't know, I guess a country
so like
song?
not necessarily a country song, because like the type of country music, if we're calling it that, it's definitely not like what the type of shit you hear in like the radio. It's not fucking, I got me a pickup truck and start two packs of beer, nothing like that. It's like, it's talking about like real shit, and that's what I like in music is whenever they're talking about some real shit that I can relate to, or something that gets me feeling some type of way, like damn, bro, dude,
Right,
shit,
right.
or like something like that, like. And like you can find a lot of good, like folk or country music that's like fucking, dope. It's deep. It's like Uncle Lucius. What is it? It's like Wolves at the Door or something like that. But it's fucking dope song. And like Coulter Wall, like he's got a lot of like deep shit. Like let me see, Uncle Lucius. Keep the Wolves Away by Uncle Lucius. That shit's fucking fire.
Natrix said he gets down to some Hannah Montana on the side.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Oh, damn it. That's great. All right. So we have made it to my little either or game questions, as I like to call them. And you got to pick either or. I guess you can say neither, but ultimately it's either or. And then I have like a random single, 3 fill in the blanks. And then if anybody else throws some questions in here, then we'll ask those as well. But we're right around 56 minutes, so we're not doing too bad on time. Yeah, so I'm just going to jump right into these dudes then. The first one is Twix or Reese's?
Reese's.
All right. Summer or winter?
Winter.
Day or night?
Night.
Truck or car?
Car.
Wait, what? Twinkies or Twinkies?
Twinkies.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, that was a good one, Natrix. That was a good one. Okay, you're taking your sweetheart out on a date. Are you going for a movie night or roller skating?
Well, man, if you go roller skating, you're gonna probably bust your ass.
Let's
go roller skating.
Yeah. Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
All right. This is for the fans. Which are you most active on, Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook.
TikTok or Twitter?
TikTok.
All right. Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Pepsi.
What is your favorite Faygo?
I like cotton candy. I like the cotton candy. Where I had like the fucking bomb, the fucking red, white, and blue popsicle one, the fucking bombsicle. That shit was pretty good too. I like that one.
Keto, what up, dude? Whoop whoop. Okay, pie or cake?
I'm gonna go pie.
All right. You have to take a 3-mile walk in the rain, or you have to make a 5-mile walk in the desert, provided water in 1 or 2 shade spots.
I walk in the rain.
I'm surprised how many people have actually said the desert. I thought that's like a no-brainer, but some people really just hate being wet and soggy and, you know what I'm saying, chapped or what have you. Like, they're like, nah, just, you mean I get some water? I get to set a couple times? Give me the desert. I don't know all about that one.
Yeah, walking in I don't mind the rain. I like the rain, like I think it's kind of nice to go out in the rain, Plus I'm not going to, dehydrate and fucking
right. Mexican food or Chinese?
Mexican.
All right. And since you said Mexican, burritos or tacos?
Tacos.
All right. Yeah, that's on the either or. Surfing or skateboard?
Skateboard.
All right. Have you ever been surfing?
Never been surfing. It looks fun.
Right, me neither. I don't know if I want to deal with sharks. All right. You're given $5,000 cash, but you have to pick one store and you have to spend it immediately. Where are you going?
Oh, fuck, I'd probably go to some like music store or something like that. Oh no, I'd probably go get like a sound system for like my phone or something like
I'm be
that.
bumping so people hear my shit like King Kong in the trunk.
Right, it'd be nothing to spend 5K like that. Like my
Man,
whole thing.
right. I've had people say Walmart because they can get everything they need for a basic setup to like do a little recording or music making with $5,000. Damn,
Oh,
I
yeah,
had I don't know, somebody said online like just getting merch like psychopathic vault or whatever. Um, I'm trying to think of some of all the answers I've gotten. So most of them are exactly that, like a music store. I don't think nobody's actually said a sound system per se. Like if you're talking about for your car or you're talking about at home.
I was gonna say car, but I mean, really, either or is gonna be kind
Right.
of fucking expensive. Like that shit's
Yeah.
really expensive. I'd probably do one from home, to be honest with you, because then I could like disturb my neighbors. So
What the hell is that shit? It's my music. Check it out. Yeah,
link
it's
tree in the
dope.
bio.
right. Uh, hit the like buttons, y'all. That's dope. Sound system would be sick. Keto, how you been, buddy? All right, so I got 3 fill in the blank questions for you.
Okay.
Anybody in the chat right now, drop some questions if you want this to continue on. I will ask him the questions, but all I have left are 3 fill in the blank ones.
Yeah.
So, my favorite vacation was blank.
I went to Scarowinds. That shit was fun.
Now, what's that? Where's that?
It's over at the like amusement park, Carowinds, but they do it on Halloween. So it's like Halloween themed, and they got like actors that like run up on you and like
Hell
slide on your
yeah.
knees and shit. And like whenever you're walking in, they got like the devil like announcing that you're about to go into like hell or some shit like that. It's fucking cool. Um, they had like a bunch of different themes, and we went at nighttime, so it was like kind of spooky and shit. And like had to go through this. We went through this haunted house that they had there, and it had like one of those like suffocation like room things. So like the
Right.
walls were like inflated, and you had to push your way through the walls while you can hear like the actors all around you and shit, and like
Right.
all that shit. Like it was fun, but like I got disoriented at one part because they had all the flashing lights, and I lost the group. And the actor was sitting there like screaming at me like, you know, like that. I was like, where do I go? And they, and I was like, no, for real, I don't know where the fuck to go. And they were like,
Right.
they were like, oh.
Like you could have just said that shit. That's great.
I get it. You're
King
trying to be
Keto,
scary, but yeah.
right. King Keto asked, he said, would you work with me on a song? I don't know if you know who he is, but King Keto also does music. I done an interview with him, and he's the homie. Not to mention he's part of Strange JRB, which is, I don't know if you're aware of them, but music-based camp that always gathers.
Well, just send me some stuff, man. Just send me some stuff. Like connect with me. And we could definitely try to work some shit out for sure. I'm always down to work with people. Always. Always.
Natrix said, what's one album you can bump front to back, no skips?
Oh shit. One album that I could bump front to back with no skips.
Corruptus, Garden. No, I can go on. There's actually, I used to not be able to say that. Like, even some of, like, Ouija's first albums, I didn't listen to absolute. Like, I listen, but it's not, like, my absolute favorite. But, like, now there's albums for sure that I can just put in. And it's like, what? It's over?
Yeah, I'd say I'd have to go with like there's a lot of like Bones albums. Like I keep talking about Bones, but like whenever I say like I like he's definitely like one of my favorite
Nah.
artists.
Yeah.
Like it's just no lie. Like he really is like one of my favorite artists. Like shit, let me see here.
Well, maybe
Oh,
you can manifest that feature. Does he like do features that you can buy, like you put out, and you just make a beat around his shit, or is that something he does? Or...
I mean, it'd probably be kind of hard to get in contact with him pretty much, but I mean, I'm sure if he was to hit him up for a feature, it'd probably be fucking expensive. But if there's an album, it would. I mean, there's a few of them. I mean, like I'm just looking at him right now, but like he's got an album called Unrendered, No Redeeming Qualities. I don't know. He's just got a lot of shit, and like any of them, I would bump front to back with no skips. I've done it. I've listened to multiple of his albums, just letting it play him, just fucking letting them all play all at once, just sitting there, just listening because I fucking love the dude.
Black Lipstick Jack. Yeah, I was just watching Ouija live, but then it ended just 5 minutes ago. It's all algorithms. Watching him live on what? What was he live on Instagram or Facebook or something? Talking about his tour? That's my dude, man. I love Ouija. Um, okay. That's dope though. Aside from the dude was being a bit of an asshole. uh Next, fill in the blank. The bicycle I had most as a kid was blank.
As a mongoose mountain bike, like any like
Oh,
like the mongoose brand bikes. Had a lot
yeah,
of them.
that was me next to Mongoose. My first 20-inch that I remember was a Huffy Rocket, but then primarily it was either Next or Mongoose.
Oh yeah.
I had the evil eye of seeing algorithm in live on YouTube. Well, alrighty, that's pretty dope. Um, okay, the last question that I have for you is the best part about the beach is blank.
The air. I like the like the smell and like the wind hitting you and like just the whole like just atmosphere of the beach, just like just sitting out
Right,
there and breathing it all in and just feeling that calm, relaxed feeling as you're just chilling, watching the ocean. That's the best
right.
part.
I think I agree. I want to be like use the man card and be like women in bathing suits, but really like I'm really fond of nature, and I think really just that connection to the water, toes in the sand, and as you
Right.
said, smelling there and stuff. It really is like
Right.
it kind of just lets you know there's something bigger and more or whatever. So
Yeah. I
I
mean,
feel
like
it.
where you love nature, man, you got to come down here to West Virginia. I mean, like if you really want to connect with nature, come down here, man. I mean, we can always go on some hikes down here in the mountains. And
Oh.
yeah,
That'd be nice. So then you're right there by the ocean too, huh?
no, no,
No.
definitely not near the ocean. I'd have to go to like North Carolina, South Carolina. We can go to Virginia Beach, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
but no, definitely not like near there. Well, I mean, we got a lot of lakes.
Well, yeah, and that's neutral, like freshwater or saltwater is what I meant by the question. I was just thinking, like I was trying to picture on the map where exactly you are. You're on the East Coast though, right? Or
Yeah,
closer. Yeah.
yeah, but we're caught in the middle of like every other state, so we're like right in the middle
Right.
of everybody
Right.
else. So like, yeah, I mean like, uh, I think when we was down here with Enoch, and we had done a show in Dunbar because we was like part of Doc Gruesom's tour that he just recently did, and he came out and he was like, "Where's the mountains?" And it was just like, "We're in the mountains." And like I get where people get that though, because the mountains in West Virginia don't look like mountains. They do not look like mountains. They look like fucking like hills because
Yeah.
they're like round and shit, but people don't know like how old these fucking mountains are. We're talking before trees. Like we're talking
Right.
before like tons of shit. But yeah, like you can come down here and you just like I don't know. I was just thinking about that because it was just funny. It was just funny because, like, as someone that doesn't live here, like, you come out here and you're like, "Where's the mountains?" Like, where are they at?
Right.
Like, you're in them, man. They don't look like
So
much.
then, are you close to them? Like, is that in your backyard type thing, or is that a little bit of drive from where you live?
They're everywhere, man. They're like everywhere. Like, you're always in the mountains in West Virginia. Always.
Gotcha.
Like, I live in the city. It doesn't matter that I'm in the city. We're literally surrounded by the mountains either way. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
the part I'm in right now, like, it's a valley. So, like, you look around, I mean, you'll see mountains and mountains and mountains and mountains and trees. And, like, it doesn't matter how populated of an area you're always
It's-
in the wilderness. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, that's beautiful. I think I would dig it. Maybe there'd be some adjustments, I'm sure, maybe, but I think I would dig it. I would live in Alaska if it wasn't so freaking cold.
Yeah. 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 One of the things that people that, like, from other states come here and thinks weird is that we hold the door open for people, just random ass people. We just hold the door open for you. So, like, if you're
Oh,
coming,
you mean like if like at like it's a gas station or whatever, or like you
just
mean at your home? Just yeah.
anywhere,
Like,
like anywhere, like it doesn't matter where you're at. So, like, if you're coming into a gas station, you're coming into wherever, a restaurant, whatever the fuck, we'll hold the door open for you. We don't give a fucking, like, people just like I've heard people say it's weird, like, because, like, they might be
listen,
from
it's
an
weird
area.
because chivalry is dead in a lot of places. Like a lot of people don't care. I don't find that weird. That's the fact that you stated it was weird to me because I'll hold the door. That's just like respect or a common
Yeah.
courtesy or something. But really, it's chivalry is the term, and a lot of smart ass little bratty kids are not being raised with that kind of knowledge and respect and upkeep, and they don't care. Their face is here in their phone, or they're copping an attitude because they didn't get that piece of candy, or you know what I'm saying. Even as like a 13-year-old, I was holding the door for the next person coming or going type thing.
Oh yeah.
So no, I get it.
I mean,
What top 5 flavors
top 5 flavors.
of what? Caramel apple?
Just
Are you talking
in
about?
general?
You, you definitely need to elaborate on that. Are we talking of like soda, Fago, just like general flavors? I've never thought about that. Top favorite flavors?
I'm a savory guy, but, like, if we're talking top 5 just flavors in general, I'd have to go with like a good, like, I like a good savory, like, garlicky flavor. Like, I like that. I like a lot of spicy flavor. Fucking, like, I'm talking like spicy. I don't know what it is, but I love spicy shit. I do like some sweet shit. I'm on an ice cream kick right now. I got some, like, some gelato. It's like Belgian chocolate. Man, that shit, it's fucking delicious. But yeah,
That's a good food context of flavor for sure. I could get down with it. Uh, that's still I could just be very more like broad. I don't. Booms, give us a little description. I'm gonna say pussy, marijuana, Long Island iced tea, ice cream, T-bone steaks, uh,
yeah, like a T-bone.
Monster's got to be on there. I'm a grouch. Like every day I wake up to a monster, so Monster's got to be a flavor. That's 6 for you, Boots, but you didn't specify, and I went off the charts with that one. He at least gave you 5 foods. And dead bodies, yeah,
Delicious.
dead bodies make Natrix happy. That might be his favorite flavor.
Dead bodies. That's delicious, bro.
That's awesome. At least he was given some more questions. Boots, you should have been in here at the beginning, sir. Honestly, I can't say nothing. Now that it's pretty much at the end, I kind of forgot and it kind of slipped his mind.
Yeah.
Obviously, y'all that really know me know I've been dealing with some shit and I've just been trying to get through it and figure out what the hell life's doing to me right now. So it really did slip my mind, and I'm sure it just, accidentally
Nah.
slipped his too. So yeah. But we made it happen, dude. Thank you. This is your moment. If you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody, or any last minute things you want to say or get out there that maybe we did or didn't touch, I personally just want to say thank you for taking time out of your night and still making this go down, even with the little hiccup that we had or whatever. And I had a good time. You're more than welcome back. I tell all my artists eventually I'd like to get you guys to come back. I operate on a cell phone with a ring light and a tripod. I'm hoping to get better equipment eventually, and so on and so forth. So you're always welcome back, even if it ain't like an interview setup and it's just like come hang out in the on the panel or whatever. If
Yeah.
you feel
Yeah.
froggy, come up, promote yourself a little bit, shoot the shit, drop down whenever, however. But no, yeah, I appreciate it.
I appreciate it too, man. Thank you for having me on the show, man. It's been fun. I appreciate all the
Yeah.
questions. They were good questions. You had me thinking there for a little bit.
Yeah, I try, and I need to come up with some alternative ones, mix it up a bit. But what I got here, ironically, and it ain't like I timed them. I just came up with questions, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna run it, and I guess if it ain't enough, I'll know where the time frame is. And the questions that I have here, give or take a few, usually puts me around that hour to an hour and a half mark. And time don't matter to me. We could be on here 3 hours, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I try to be respectful to you and myself and other artists, and just trying to get as many in as possible and whatnot. So
Right.
it works out just fine with this amount of questions. So yeah. Boot said we love you, Gallo. Whoop whoop. Black
Whoop,
Lipstick
whoop.
said he's famous.
Love you too,
Um,
Boots. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love, man.
Yeah. And if you ain't got nothing else to say, I like to end my streams by saying, tell somebody you love them, because life is too short and you never know who needs to hear that. And it might be you that they need to hear it from, because somebody else done skipped them a few times. So, lift somebody up when you can.
Oh,
Much love, everybody. And we're out of here. Whoop, whoop!
whoop, whoop.